Um, well, my name is Jacob Jimenez. I'm 25. I'm the father of a 3-year-old named Noah. Um, a little bit about my testimony and everything. I was born in 1985. I really don't remember much about my childhood. I was born good, healthy. I was born in a Catholic family. I was baptized, that I remember. But ever since I was younger, I was always raised up in. I never met my actual biological father. Never met him at all. The last time I could remember even speaking about him was pretty much, we lived across the street from a park, and my mom seen him, and they were talking. My mom asked me to bring her a cup of soda, and that was pretty much the last time she told me anything about him. She said that was him, and that was the last thing I ever seen of him. So that hurt me a lot to not have a father figure in my life. Growing up as a child with 5 girls, I was around 5 girls, around a lot of child abuse. I had a stepfather by the name of Javier, that he put me through a lot. I believe, that he put me through a lot so I could be stronger for my son. And he abused me. I remember a testimony on him, like feeding me a bunch of chili peppers just to show me something, And I remember, seeing that, and I remember, not being like that. My sisters were around a lot of bad things, I don't want to say very much on it, but a lot of abuse, mentally, sexually, and a lot of things going on. I grew up pretty much raised with the neighbor. My mom, when I remember I was like in the 1st grade, she pretty much left me with the neighbor. We lived in a big apartment building, a big apartment building, and I remember she left me with a bunch of bachelors. Pretty much the guy I call my dad now, his name's Juan Diego. Love him a lot. He's the one that pretty much taught me how to become a good father, how to be financially stable, how to manage money, how to just be a great dad. She pretty much left me with the neighbor. He took me to Disneyland one day, and I remember coming home and they were already gone. So that's a little bit on that. That's pretty much that. He raised me, and and just the great thing is how I just came to understand and believe in the Lord was, I was gonna have my first son Noah, and I was working at a shop with one of my buddies from church named Sixto. I'm always gonna remember this. He ever since we met, he was a great inspiration to me. I know he was always Christian, and he was always there, and I know I could count on him at any time. So when I was gonna have my son, I came to him for prayer, and I didn't believe it. I believed always that there's a God, but I didn't really believe until pretty much all my prayers were met. That time I prayed, and he prayed over me, and I kept on praying hard. His mom was my son's mom was gonna have a C-section, and I prayed not for that. I prayed, for him to be a great kid, for him to be handsome, for everything, and thank God I got that. But I have a lot of things that I was going out a lot. I was fornicating with his mother, with different women at times. I was looking at pornography. I was drinking. I was going out clubbing and drinking and spending money. But God's delivered me from that. God's helped me out a lot. And I have great friends now. There was something in my life that I was actually missing. And now I got some brothers that I could actually talk, and I could explain this to people like you guys that are probably going through the same thing that I'm going through. Right now there's still some hurt, but thank God I got the Bible. Thank God I got great friends. I could fellowship with other friends. Thank God I found God. I found Jesus. Sometimes that's the best thing, and probably one of the things I want you guys to understand is sometimes God will strip you. God will take everything from you to get your full divine attention. So if you feel like that, that God doesn't love you, that God's, He's not. He's asking for your attention, because I believe He did that to me. And He's got my attention right now to the fullest, and and nothing's gonna buy from that right now. I just want to say, just thanks for everyone that supported me. There's a lot more than that to it. I got a great son right now, a loving son. Now I know not to be like what I was. And I honestly feel like God put me maybe through the situations to make me a better man now. I'm a little older now, just to make me understand more about how it is to raise a family, how it is to come to the Lord. I've been ever since one of my brothers sick, so he pretty much led me to the Lord. I really didn't know a lot about it, but he pretty much prayed over me, and that's when I started receiving it. It took some time because I was in doubt. It took a lot of time and a lot of discouragement. But one time I just had to give it all up, and I just said, you know what? There's something else out there. And that's when I came to him, and he finally told me to, hey, I got this great church, great people. Why don't you come out one of these days? And at that time, a lot of stuff was building up inside of my heart, and I just decided, you know what? Let me go. So I went, and every Sunday I would go and I would do an altar call because there was a lot of stuff still in my heart that I just had to give up to God. And and I was always doing altar calls and everything, and I guess people see that you hurt. People do want to help you out. There's great people out there in the world, and I just want to say, thank you for my supporters that have, my brothers, Jesse, Sixto, everyone that's been helping me. I just want to say thank you guys, just foremost, for being there, for being understanding, because I never had any family, honestly. And I'll be honest with you, my dad was always working. My dad was always working, but you know, he was never giving me attention, and I felt like I lacked that, and I don't want to do those things for my son, and that's why I feel like God came into my place, to make me understand certain things, but like He's delivered me from a lot of things, pornography, drinking. He's blessed me with a lot of things, finances. He's given me a lot. He blessed me this year with a great car. He's blessed me with a beautiful son. He's blessed me with my health. He's blessed me with just me finally understanding, what it is to have God now. And I just want to say, I just want to thank him, a lot for everything he's done in my life. And if there's like if people could relate to me, and if people see me and people know me, they could come back and talk to me if they want to hear more. I'm more than happy to show them and talk to them. Because people talk to me and people encourage me, and I want to continue passing that on to others. I don't want to. I don't know. There's just a lot, but like I've been through so much. I mean, there's more I could say, but like I said, I was just doing a lot of wrong things. I was fornicating, and I had it all one time, and I felt like the God stripped me, to get His undivided attention. He's got it, and ever since He's got it, He's it's a great thing. It's a great thing because I'm satisfied now. I'm happy. I'm content with what I have. Before I was just afraid. I was like, I was afraid of losing everything. I was afraid of just dropping. And now I feel like I got peace now. Another testimony is one of my brothers came over to my house and he blessed, and I was going to church. I was going to church and going to relays, and I was always happy. I was always like wanting to be around them and everything. Ever since I would go home, I would go home to a cold house. Cold. The feeling was cold. The atmosphere was cold. The air was cold. And he came over and prayed, and that's another thing too. And I want to say thank you to that brother. Thanks a lot for doing that, because that helped out a lot. That relieves a lot of stress. And there was something down in there. And now when I go home, I thank God every day. Sometimes I just wake up like a zombie and I just thank God. I don't even just wake up. I just wake up like a zombie and just thank God, just for letting me breathe, for giving me the food. I just want to say a lot. I've been through just so much hurt in my life. He's released it. He's released a lot of it. I'm participating in church activities. I'm participating in my church New Harvest. That I talk to pastors. Pastors know me by my name now. I talk to certain brothers. They know me by my name now. People were seeing that in me. And I never felt so much at home. And I've been going to church and praying. And now it's like there's nothing better else in the world but that. There's nothing else that could satisfy me. No finances, no anything else. There's nothing but that. And, I'm just, if there's anybody out there that knows me, that knows what I went through, I hope you understand. That I'm here for the Lord now. I have brothers. I'm still learning. I admit I'm still learning, and I want to learn more. because I think the things that are done and that are to be done are great, but I just want to say thanks to God for just giving me everything in my life, for delivering me for my past things, for my attitudes. I was just always thinking stupid and thinking greedy and just thinking very naive. And now, I got a son. Now I can look over. I got a 3-year-old son that he's the love of my life, and he's everything, and I just want to tell any single father out there, don't give up hope on your kids if you have any. Don't give up hope, There's still God, there's better things out there, guys. There's better things out there for you guys, for anybody. For anybody that's struggling, there's better things out there, like seek God's kingdom first, and everything else shall follow through, and I believe that, because He's lifted me, and I got great things to say, I could go on and on, but I could just go on and on, but I know one thing that I'm happy right now. I'm happy right now. I know when I'm low, I get turned to Him, and sometimes I get ignited and fired, and I get ignited. But I just want to say thank you for everyone. Just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because just a lot of things that I cared about, that I just left in God's hands, and it just relieved me from stress, because I've decided now that it ain't my fight no more. It ain't my battle no more, It's not my fight no more. It's His will, This is what He's done is what He wants me to see, and that's one thing that I've known, is that it ain't my fight no more, and I can't fight nothing that's not my fight, and I don't want to get involved in nothing that's not my fight. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say, It's
What's the name of your church?
Heart. The church I go to is New Harvest Christian Fellowship. It's in the city of Norwalk. And I got great brothers out there that I talk to on a daily basis. I've went through my phone, and I just started deleting all kinds of numbers, people I would go to the clubs with. I had a Mustang, people I would go street racing with. And I decided, I'm 25 years old. I don't need that stuff in my life no more. I don't need to go clubbing no more. I got a 3-year-old son. I don't need that stuff. I need to pay attention to my son. I got to support him now. He's understanding me now. He comes up to me and asks me for things now, And right now I'm just dedicated to just having him continue in the church, what's a blessing to me is like finally I could go to a church and the teachers there, great teachers, they know my son's name. They know me. I just walk in there and I pretty much just leave him in their hands, and I know that he's gonna be great. He comes home learning songs, and I teach him songs from the Bible, and everything. But everything's just great, Everything's great so far. I finally found a peace in my heart, and that's through God, guys. And I hope you guys feel the same way and find it. Bless you guys.